Hi, this is Ivey, the fulfillment artist, and in this video I'm going to teach you how to build self-discipline. Now the first thing is that discipline is a muscle and it needs to be trained. And what I want you to know now is you are already very disciplined at doing things that you may not want to do, right? Because sometimes we get stuck in habits and we're very disciplined at watching the TV. When we're very, very disciplined at watching those TV shows and Game of Thrones or Person of Interest or whatever shows that are on at the moment, right? We get very disciplined at some things, right? So the good thing is you're very good at some things, but there may be other areas where we can move that discipline to. Right? So we can strengthen your willpower in a certain way. So in order to dive into this, we need to look into what is the biggest mistake that people make. The biggest mistake people make is that they don't realize that motivation goes up and down. Some days you're really motivated. Other days you're not going to be motivated at all. Motivation just goes like this. And how most of us go through our lives is we set the bar quite high. So we do it when motivation's high, and when motivation's low, we don't do it. And that's how most people go through their life. So this is what I want you to remember, is that successful people aren't the people that don't fall off track. Because everyone falls off track. But they are the people that get back on track the fastest. So with self-discipline, let me give you a direct example from my life, right? I go on holiday for 3 weeks. I don't do any habits. I don't do anything. I relax, I chill out, I don't do nothing. I get back the next day, I sort of do my plan, I roughly get back into it, and then I'm back into the habits. That is the sort of self-discipline you want. And it's programming yourself to be able to do that. Because we're going to fall off track, but don't be hard on yourself. You want to be able to move forward with that. So how do we start to build this? Let me give you a few points. One of the points is going to be create a success cycle. So what is a success cycle, right? Success follows success. If you do it one day, boom, that's great. You do it 2 days, that's great. So think of a habit that you want to adopt and really want to start to move forward in your life. And what I want you to do is I want you to think, okay, so I've got this habit and I really want to move it forward, right? Track it. So track it for a week. And then celebrate and build that success cycle. And if you fall off, don't worry, just move forward again. And we're starting to build up this success. And when you start to program yourself with this success and you write down your 3 wins each day or your 3 successes, you'll start to develop this success cycle. And that'll give you that ability to really move forward and build that willpower to really follow through. And what we want to do is we want to set the bar really, really low. Okay, so low that you can't fail, right? So let me give you an example, right? So one of my things that I want to do is I want to do an hour of Chinese every day, right, in the morning. There are some days I won't do an hour of Chinese. I may just do 10 minutes. I may just do half an hour. If worse comes to worse, I may just look at the book. I will look at it and I'll say, okay. But I'm getting into that discipline of I at least do Chinese every day. Even if it's something really small. And that willpower starts to build up and up and up and up and up over time so that I'm constantly focusing. And that becomes easier and easier for me to start picking up new things. And this is a brilliant thing. So you've got to start that success cycle. Next is push yourself out of your comfort zone, right? Because if you really want to start to build yourself up, you need to do things that challenge you, right? So one of the challenges that I did was the Wim Hof Iceman method. And if you haven't checked that out, check the video. It's one of the most popular videos on my channel, and I think you'll really, really enjoy that. But the whole point was to push myself out of my comfort zone, strengthen my willpower to do different things. So something that I'd recommend, right, and an exercise for this is think of one thing that scares you, or one thing that will really push you out of your comfort zone, and go do it, right? One of the things for me was, let's say, laughing yoga. Right? That was ridiculous. But it pushes me out of my comfort zone. It builds that willpower. It strengthens it. So when you push yourself out of your comfort zone, then anything that was in your comfort zone becomes easier and easier. Right? And that's the beauty of this. It just becomes easier and easier. And that's what you want. You don't want it becoming harder and harder. Next, find role models. Role models are really, really important. And what I would like you to do now is to write down 3 role models that you have in your life, or that you want to have in your life. And write down the names of those 3 people. Or look online, like who could you model? Who do you want to be like? Okay? And then start to follow and watch closely these people. Understand what they do. Are they consistent? What do they do? And then you're going to start to program yourself, wow, this person goes to the gym every day. Wow, this person does this. Wow, this person does that. And then you're like, well, if they do it, why can't I? And you start to copy them. And that's one of the best ways that we learn, is to copy others. If someone is doing what you want to do, just copy them. Right? It's so simple, because throughout our lives, right, we're said, don't you copy people. That is, no, you shouldn't copy. Right? Don't reinvent the wheel. If something's working, copy it. Especially for your habits. And especially if you want to build this self-esteem and start making decisions and really sticking to everything. You want to be looking at these role models and these leaders that you have in your life at least once a week, if possible every day, just to see what they're doing and constantly focusing on them, seeing what they're up to. Because that'll really start to help you form that relationship of, okay, no, I can do this, I can do this. What are they doing? I want to do the same thing. And that's a brilliant way to really start to condition yourself for whatever it is that you want in life. Now, the last thing here to build self-discipline is I want you to understand your why. Now, why is this important? Because imagine you're in a car, okay? And you're in a really, really fast car, but you have no fuel. You're not going to get anywhere, right? This is something that builds up over time, right? You want to have consistent fuel. But in order to do that, you really need to understand why you want to do whatever it is that you want to do in life, right? Your why is the fuel. It gives you that power to follow through. So think about now, what is my why for developing my willpower? Why do I want to do this? If you can, write some of these reasons down, because it'll bring to your awareness, oh no, I actually really do want to do this. Because if you give that why and you've got that acceleration, that is going to push you forward. So with that, I hope you can start to strengthen your self-discipline, focus yourself, and really move forward in your life. If you've liked the video, please like it. Comment if you have any questions, and I'll speak to you very soon. Thank you for listening.